What's going on, guys? Here with Tyrone Jefferson, one of the co-managers of the Homebridge office in Braintree. Been in the industry over 14 years, my go-to guy when it comes to mortgages. Now, tell us a little bit about this mass housing 0% down program. Why is it so great for first-time buyers, and how does the bank actually have the ability to give 100% financing?
So the bank basically, they will split the loan up into two loans.
Okay, two loans.
Yeah, two loans. So you have a 97% first mortgage, which is a 30-year fixed, and then you have a 3% second mortgage, which is a 15-year fix at 1%. There is caps on that, how much they will lend on the 3% down. So it's basically how it works is that the 3%, it's 3% of the purchase price, and the max that they will lend is $12,000. So that equals up to a $400,000 purchase.
Okay, which is a sizable house.
Yes, very good size.
So now with that, what does the bank look for in terms of a cutoff for the income? What is the most that you can actually make to qualify for this program?
All right, well that will go by county. Every county's different. I'll name some counties around our area. So when you look at Plymouth, Norfolk, Suffolk, Middlesex, Essex County, you're looking at $107,800.
Wow.
Yes, it's good chunk of change right
Yeah.
there. Another county around us, it's Bristol. It's still good amount of money. $80,600 is that limit. Both those income limits are very high, especially for a first-time home buyer.
Especially for somebody, yeah. I mean, it's your first house, just got a promotion, new job. It's, almost unbeatable as a program.
Yeah.
Now, to qualify for that, what do you need for credit score?
So you need at least a 660. If you have a 660, you're looking at a 41% debt to income ratio. If you get a 680 or higher, you're looking at a 50% debt to income ratio.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah. No.
Now with
good.
mortgage insurance, so that's a big thing for everybody. Usually when you pay put less than 20% down on a loan, you need mortgage insurance. Is it the same with this?
Yes, you will have mortgage insurance on this program, but it can be discounted.
Okay.
Yes.
So discounted.
Yeah, it can be discounted, so it would be a certain percentage, a much lower percentage than a regular MI loan.
Wow.
Yes.
So
it's great. It's beneficial to first-time home buyer. They try to keep the cost as low as possible for the buyers, so they can live in their house, not being house broke.
Right. Now that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, so obviously for some of the buyers it sounds a little bit too good to be true. Now, how often does a bank actually give these loans out?
Oh, they give them out, the loans out all the time. As long as you qualify for it, you have a 660 credit score, you meet the income limits, and you have closing costs or prepaids and escrows that you're going to need of your own money. But sometimes you can get around that. You give a lot of seller credit. You ask for a lot of seller credits with your clients. Or and what a seller credit is when we have the seller pay for your closing costs. And then, we can also, the lender can give you a lender credit to help out if you need that. The way seller credits work is we can go up to, 3% of the loan amount towards the closing costs, escrows, and prepaids.
So essentially, if they qualify for this loan, they had a seller willing to give 100% of the closing costs, they can move into a house with not a penny of their own money.
Correct. Correct.
I don't know how you could beat the program.
No, you can't.
So I want to thank you just for going over this, going in depth, giving us a little bit of information.
Thank you for having me.
Will there be a link to the income limits that we can look at?
Yeah, you can go right to masshousing.com. You type in the zip code that you're looking to buy in, and then it will have the income limit, but it will say DPA, down payment assistant.
Okay, so it's not just a little bit.
Yeah,
it won't say AMI, it'll say DPA.
Exactly, not exactly.
Okay.
Not the area of medium income.
Okay, awesome, man. Thank you. Guys, if you want to get qualified, give me a call, put a comment in, send me a message, or reach out to us. We can get you qualified today.